sorry, I'm going into my fourth week of covering PLTY. The first 3 weeks here, they have failed. They were not successful in any of their weekly calls so far. How's it going, YouTube? My name is Mike. Thanks for joining me today on another episode of PLTY. We're going to see how they're doing this week, what they've got set up for themselves to create a successful trade, and how that will react with potential distributions coming up. Now, PLTY is in Group B, and I'll go ahead and put Group B's distribution date up over here above my shoulder, and we'll get into it here. So this is a new series. I think this is my fourth video on PLTY, which is a play on Palantir stock, an up-and-coming tech company. And I've put it out there that I want to continue covering this, but only if I get a certain amount of success. So if not a lot of people want to see this video, then I'm not going to keep going, obviously. But I do have a few people in the comments saying, yes, let's keep going. Show me that you want me to keep going by hitting the like button. If I get more than 50 likes on this video, I'll keep it rolling every single week. And my plan is to do it on Mondays and Fridays for the PLTY content. And then we'll do the Misty, Navidi, Coney, and other content on the other days there. So hit the like button for me. Let me know if this is something you want to see, and I'll keep going. So I've done a little bit of research here on yieldmax's website, and I've taken a look at the weekly calls. I also took a look at my video from last week. So I think I'm going to go backwards here and let you know how we ended last week and how we're doing this week. So this is a screenshot. There's that beautiful face there from last Friday. It looks like they had calls at $43 ending on Friday. And if I recall correctly, if I go over to Palantir stock here on Friday, it only got to under the $43 mark on the Thursday for a few minutes, so $42.86. So to me, that means that if you're a shareholder of PLTY, which I'm not, by the way, but if you are, you probably didn't win that transaction, which means that the fund managers at yieldmax would have had to pay money to close that option, or they could have rolled that option to this week. Now, I don't think they did that, but that is definitely something I would have done if it was my own shares. Rolling, especially when you're that close to the price, would cost a little bit of money to do the roll, but then you would make money in premium for your new strike price and execution day, right? So I don't think they did that, but we'll take a look to see what the options are this week, and we'll see if it was a good move or not. So if we're keeping score, this is my third week of covering PLTY. Sorry, I'm going into my fourth week of covering PLTY. In the first 3 weeks here, they have failed. They were not successful in any of their weekly calls so far, which is not good, right? Obviously not good. How are they going to pay you a dividend? And we noticed with another high costing ETF, the $50 range that they're doing with all their new ETFs, their first payment was $5.26, I believe. So if they pay you on PLTY $5 and some odd cents, I would run, because that money is not coming from anywhere, not coming from the weekly calls, that's for sure. Maybe if they close out their synthetic, then they can get there. But yeah, if they pay you a $5 distribution, they're paying you out of your own money. I would take my shares and go somewhere else personally with my money. But who am I? I'm just a guy on YouTube. You do you, right? But let's take a look to see what we're doing this week as a PLTY community, and we'll see if it's a good move or not. Okay, so let's take a look up here. PLTY, found this on yieldmax's website. Just go up to our ETFs, and it's down at near the bottom of the list. PLTY, again, it's a Palantir play. Palantir, a very quickly up and coming tech company dealing with AI. Specifically, their latest technology is inside of drones that are being used in the Ukraine. They've teamed up with some other companies to employ quicker AI technology to battle China and Russia, as per the headlines in the news last week. pretty deep stuff right there, that's for sure. And you can see with the way the world is going right now why it's such a quick growing company over the last 6 months and a year here. We'll go over those numbers once I go over these numbers. So United States Treasury information here, and you know what, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see that a little bit better. But US Treasury info here, and so they put their money in that to gain interest. And but the problem with that is, as interest rates goes down, they're not going to make as much money as they did 4, 6, 12 months ago. Still making money though, which is good, right? Good. So we have a synthetic option here for December the 20th of $39. um, Not a huge fund right now, $3.91 million in assets. So when you look at it in the same frame as the other funds, it's going to be one of the lower funds. But again, it is brand new. This is week number 4 of it being out. So $39 synthetic option. So basically what we want is the price of Palantir to be over top of that synthetic option before December 20th, or at December 20th, and we will make money. And I just want to make sure we're understanding. I keep saying we, but I don't have any shares in PLTY. You'll make money if the share price is over that $39. Now, the PLTY crew could close this anytime, and to be able to pay out distributions. Who knows? Maybe they do that and then rewrite a new one. They can add to this one, that sort of thing there as well. And I think maybe they just have done that. They just added to it recently. Now, there is only one option out there this week, and I found it to be funny. I had a hard time looking at the date here. I went on to Misty to look at theirs first, because that's something that I am invested in, and saw this November 24th, and I noticed that it was all over Misty there as well. I think somebody got lazy. They didn't put in November 1st. 2024. That's this Friday. So they forgot the 1. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out, but I shouldn't have to figure that out, right? I'm coming to the website so it can tell me when the execution date is here, or it can tell me when the end date of this week is. But anyways, we put 3 and 7 together, we get 9. So November the 1st, which is this Friday, we have a call at 45.50. And so that's a 1172 position. So last week it was 891 positions. So that's why I think that there's been an increase to the synthetic option there. Whenever they increase how much money goes into the synthetic, it essentially buys you more opportunity to purchase your calls here, right? So 1172 this week, 45.50, and then there's also a credit call spread of $47. I like that the credit call spread is so close to it. Would it make sense to go even closer, like $1, especially when the share price is so, not in the $100 range? Would that make sense to do that? I don't know if it would or wouldn't, but I mean, it's $1.50 off of this call right here. Not too bad at all. But let's take a look at Palantir stock. And today is Monday. I'm on break right now. It's 2:15 p.m. Eastern, and we're already at 45.06 today. So it's up $2. Oh, hold on one second. That's the last 5 days. Up 16 cents today. Could the fund managers have set that price maybe a little bit higher? So 45.50. They probably ended up doing this on Friday, but I know Palantir has some sweet premiums right now because it is a fairly volatile stock. Why not set this at $47 so that you get yourself a win? So far, we've had 3 losses. Why don't you set yourself up for success and get yourself a win? That's what I think. $47 right here would have been better, and then make your credit call spread 48. I know it's called yieldmax, and I've said this a few times before, but when you are having to close these options at the end of the week and pay more money than you received, it's not a good strategy at all unless you're kind of harvesting the loss for tax purposes. But I don't think that's the point of yieldmax, right? So again, I want to just go backwards a little bit. If this fund pays you, $1, $2, $3, $4, if it goes up to $5, they're paying you with your own money. I wouldn't personally put my money here if that's the case, but we will find out once Group B comes. But 45.50, I mean, we're not there yet with Palantir stock, but we are definitely close. We're 1 day into this. We have 4 trading days left. All they have to do is make 50 cents up, and they're already over top. You know, it's all about time decay when it comes to these options, right? And so when we have these options out here for 1 day, you're not making a ton of money on your moves, right? So um would it pay to close this today when you're this close to it and then rewriting the option tomorrow for $46? Would that make sense? But for me, what doesn't make sense is when we are so close to the price of the underlying stock every single week. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, I've seen that 3 weeks in a row here, we've done the exact same thing, and it looks like we might be getting the same result. Um, we'll find out on Friday, right? For you though, if you want to pay attention to it, how I do it is just take a look at PLTY on yieldmax's website. I go to Palantir stock on Google, and then also you can see the PLTY stock here, or ETF. Now it's hard to find it by typing in PLTY ETF right now because it's so new. So type in PLTY stock, it comes up. I mean, the price of the stock is doing well. The ETF is doing well, 52.82. Take a look at the last month here. It started at 51.43, so it's already up 2.7%. That's good. You can't complain about that. Um, I would be worried though about what you're going to make on your distribution. And I'll put the date up top here for you when that's going to happen. So that's my talk on PLTY. I love that the price is going up, but I mean, the underlying is the reason that's happening. So it's, in my eyes, a winning company, Palantir, and PLTY is riding its coattails here. But the fund managers really haven't given you a ton of room for that upward swing. They have gone ahead and made a credit call spread at $47. So who knows what will happen once it hits, if this hits $47. It's still $2 away. Why didn't they just set the call at $47? You would have still made a great premium. You would have been able to pay your people with money that you've earned, instead of the money that they've put into the system here, right? So that's my talk today on PLTY. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Mike. If you can hit that subscribe button for me, that would be really, really kind of you. And remember, there's also membership options. If you want to learn more about that, hit the links below. And I would love to have your support for this channel, help it grow and grow and grow. And I just wanted to say, I hope that you have a great Monday. Again, my name is Mike. This channel is called Health and Wealth, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.